program from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Let's Talk Sports provides the opportunity for sports fans at home and overseas to express their opinions on current and past sports events and to add their voices to the issues which may arise from time to time. NBC's Let's Talk Sports each Saturday evening from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Join us then.
SVG, get ready. The National Lotteries Authority is now offering more chances to win with 3D and Playful now 3 times a day. 3 times a day. There's a morning draw at 11 a.m., afternoon draw time 3 p.m., and the night draw from 9 p.m. Get your tickets for 3D and Playful, now drawn 3 times daily, Monday to Saturday, all from the National Lotteries Authority, giving you more chances to win. Entity terms and conditions apply.
Hello, good evening. Welcome all to NBC Radio. It's the Let's Talk Sports program heard here every Saturday night between 7 and 8:30 p.m. Tonight, we're going to start as we did last week.
Who's the greatest cricketer on earth or Mars? Anyone can tell you it's the great Sir Garfield Sobers. This handsome Barbadian lad really knows his work. Batting or bowling, he's the cricket king. No joke, 3 cheers for Captain Sobers. With no loose spectators are always pleased. With the greatest team on earth, who else but the West Indies? Men like Butcher, Joe Solomon, Canaya Davis, and Nelson Rodriguez, Conrad Hunt and White Gibbs, and the wicket keeper Hendricks. Australia, you lost. The West Indies is past the trophy. Belong to us. I say you lost, and you know you lost, yeah. Australia, stick you right. Australia, don't mind you lost. Better luck next time. Them Australian jokers send down crash helmet to protect the batsmen from Hall and Charlie Griffith. I felt so sorry for Simpson. He tried but in vain. Griffith and Hall, wickets start to fall like rain. 3 cheers for Hall and Griffith. O'Neill went Australia making big riot. When he was facing Griffith and Hall, he so blooming quiet. When O'Neill did real fast bowling, is to see him ducking. And then the very guy telling so much lie, telling the world how Griffith chucking. Australia, you lost. The West Indies is past the trophy. Belong to us. I say you lost, you know you lost. Australia, stick you blind. Australia, don't mind you lost. Better luck next time. From the time the series started in Jamaica, we proved that Australia was strong, but only on paper. Before tests in Barbados, they pulled the scoreboard. Rohan and Seymour carry up we score. Oh Lord, 3 cheers for Nurse and Kanai. Special praise to Conrad Hunter. Oh, now. Brian Davis, Solomon, Lance Gibbs, Hendricks and Bassett Butcher. All the boys fought gallantly under Sobers' captaincy. So hip hip hooray for a glorious victory. Australia, you lost. The West Indies, his boss warring trophy belong to us. I say you lost, you know you lost, come on. Australia, speak you blind. Australia, don't mind you lost. Better luck next this time.
Right. Good evening to you. Galileo, how is it?
Classic, man. The man right there, Mighty Sparrow.
Man, Mighty Sparrow spoke about another Caribbean genius, Superman in Sir Garfield Sobers.
Indeed.
It was really, really wonderful music. In those days, we were champions throughout the world, unlike what is happening within recent times. Beautiful music, relive some of the memories of that Australian tour, and let the younger persons know there was this calypso. It's all about Sir Garfield Sobers, who passed away, the great Barbadian who passed away yesterday in Barbados at the age of 89. But we start our program with that, as we did last week with Killy, who has gone on. So welcome back to Let's Talk Sports. Of course, we go to the Lord in prayer. May our blessed Lord look over us as we conduct this program with the assurance of a fruitful evening, discussing sports here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the world. May you grant us wisdom to seek solutions to our many problems relating to sports, and guide us, Lord, in our deliberation. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. Right, so there we go. Started, of course, with the passing of the great Sir Gary Sobers. A great icon, a great West Indian. When the news broke yesterday, the entire Caribbean had lost a great icon at the age of 89. He had done so much for the Caribbean, man. In the early days, he started to play at 15. He started to play, and in those days, you had very limited opportunities in terms of getting into the West Indies team. And at age 15, somebody spotted him and decided that he is going to be picked on the West Indies team at a very young age. And he went on, fulfill the individual promises in relation to what he probably can do. And then he went on and on and on and on, bringing joy to the Caribbean man and to the world. Sir Gary Sobers, born 28th of July 1936. He would have been 90 years old next week. Well, he has gone to the great beyond. 8,032 test runs, average 57.78, 93 tests, 26 centuries, 235 wickets, overall career runs of 28,314 runs. Yeah, in 1958, he broke the individual high score of 365 not out against Pakistan in Jamaica, to be broken by another great West Indian, Brian Charles Lara, in 1994. Stood for 36 years, and really and truly, it was a tremendous career from Sir Garfield Sobers in Barbados. I distinctly remember as a little boy, those days, just one little radio, little transistor radio. They were in him 6 6s against Malcolm Marsh in Glamorgan in 1968. And that was only one other person has done that up to now. And besides that was the Indian guy, Ravi Shastri. I think he hit 6s. Good evening to you, Ron.
Good night.
Good night.
Good evening. Good night. Good morning to depends on which side of the world you are. So, yes, I'm just in time to, as you give tribute to Sir Gary.
You play the calypso. You didn't want it.
Well, my Sparrow.
Gardner said he never heard it before.
Okay.
So maybe you will hear it at the end of the program again. Beautiful, beautiful music. He said he has fallen in love with it right away.
Okay. Well, that's it. Vintage things.
Yes,
vintage.
Yes.
I mean, I will join in the rest of the world and really am giving kudos. I say kudos now because I've lived the latter part of his test career.
Mhm.
In fact, my brother is named after Garfield Sobers. I was named after Rohan Kanai. Unfortunately, neither
Well,
of
that
us,
is what the Calypso is about.
neither of us turned out to be cricketers. But we love cricket.
Well, yes, in the
Yes.
olden days coming through, there's not. It's more basically
Yeah,
it was
but
cricket. It's basically it was cricket.
and nothing else to do.
Yeah. Anyway, there's an early call on the line. Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Hello. Good night.
Yeah, Connie.
Good night. Good
Right,
night.
uh,
Welcome.
You ever got a chance to see Sobers important play?
No.
Never. What that was before your time.
Yes. That's before my time.
But you've seen him in person. You haven't seen him in person.
Yeah, haven't seen him in person. Haven't traveled through playing first class cricket in the Caribbean. So I'm in at Kensington in Barbados.
But you was here sometime for a youth cricket workshop. I can remember a Saturday morning.
He was here with some others at Hammersville with
Right,
the
and
youngsters.
the youngsters,
Right.
yes.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
because I recruited the youngsters and everything.
Right.
I remember.
Right.
Mhm.
That occasion. I remember
Mhm.
that distinctly because
Mhm.
I was a grown adult.
Go ahead.
I saw him one time in Boston in New York. Late in Francine was performing in a nightclub, and he was there in the audience. She looked down and saw him. Said, "Who's that? Oh, Gary, come up here." And he come up there and introduced himself to the public. That's the only time I was seeing him in person. The soccer game that just finished. Did you guys get a chance?
6-4.
6'4".
6-4.
6-4.
That's Golarama. I call that Golarama. And I was very nervous when the guy Saka number 7 was taking the penalty. He looked like he was confident. But England come back with the last goal in the end. It reminded me of the 2020 World Cup when France, when Argentina was way ahead and France almost came back and win compliments Mbappe. That
Mhm.
reminds me of all of that.
But
Was it
Carla,
poetry, I think? But
if you want to respect these third place playoff, they basically people play free. The pressures of getting to the finals is off their head. They're just playing free.
okay.
That's
But
big-
there's stakes are high.
yeah, stakes are high, but people play with that tension,
Mm.
and the coaches can make some readjustments and realignments and reconfiguration. So sometimes sometimes, and the fringe players sometimes who didn't get a start, they want to prove a point. So people play
It's
free.
it's $29 million for
Yes,
third place, 27 for fourth. So there's money's at stake.
Yeah.
And to be done 4 goals down in the first half and to come back and score 4 goals, that was incredible. I almost thought France would have win. I thought they would come back. I was nervous for England.
So what you thought of Sir Gary?
Yeah, but hello?
What you thought of Sir Gary from what you heard? Maybe you're too young. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was the greatest. I don't know other him and Lara. He broke.
If what? Apparently seem to have gone off. I think he was asking something
But
about
Brian, he's asking about probably record with Brian Lara, but
Yeah,
Brian
but
had
Sober set it for us in
This-
1958 with the 365
5.
and Lara
That's
King.
Hanif Mohammed's
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
Right.
And Hanif was 364
Right.
and he made 365
And Brian's
and Brian surpassed them. He gone on to
to 400. 400.
yeah, but he has left us, but as they were saying about Sir Gary here, I just think remember I think it was
Yes.
Bernard Julian was here. as well,
Right,
too.
but naturally, 3 persons.
There's 2 of them.
Another Trinidad, and I think was a person at Ansville. I remember that was the old. He was sitting
Piedville stand.
old Piedville stand. He was sitting right.
I think strange enough as a
I think it's one of those telecommunication company that sent for him. I think
it was Digicel.
one of
It
those.
was Digicel. The thing about it is that they identified 2 individuals.
Yes,
You remember those?
I
2?
remember. That's my early days of journalism.
Journalism.
Yeah.
You had Atticus Brown
Okay.
and Ray Jordan.
Right.
Unfortunately,
right.
they
Well,
never,
this
they never gone on to higher heights.
high heights, right? I mean, Atticus played. Both of them played for at the first class level.
Yeah, but they never really
Right.
that extra step.
We went on to make the West Indies on under 19, right?
yeah.
So
But where is he anyway?
I think he's in the law enforcement. I think I see him. He's one of those officers that direct traffic.
Or traffic warden or something.
Wardens,
like
I think. Yes,
that. Okay,
yeah.
okay. I haven't seen him for a long
Yeah,
time.
he's around.
So his cricket is finished.
I don't think so. Cricket is never finished. You can't.
Him, the individual. In
No, I
terms of-
probably his ambitions to go further. Probably. I mean, the
How
two.
about Atticus?
Atticus is around. Atticus still plays a little knock up or whatever. But these things happen. These things are. I mean, it happens. Not every seed that's planted that bears fruit.
I realize that.
Right,
I'm well aware of that. But you know,
But some fruits sometimes.
but you know, sometimes you have a problem with our own Vincent and potentially players who can go on further to lift the bar. Dylan Johnson, where is he?
Well, these things are sometimes choices. Sometimes people blame the system. But I mean, you have to have that inward, that innate power to say, okay, I want to achieve this. You have to set goals. If you don't set goals, you will always be in the middle of the field.
Where's Gedron Pope?
Well, but
the next band,
to be
Chris Gale. No, I'm
yes.
just calling some
but
names,
if you check the attrition rate of our cricketers from under 19 level is vast in the Caribbean. If you go back to some of those, even when you go to West Indies under 19, from way back in the 80s to now, very few went on. Very few have gone on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the attrition rate is great.
I mean, Kenroy Martin went to South Africa.
Right. After the overage.
After the overage,
ages, right.
Yes,
but I'm saying it happens, the attrition, because I don't think the region in itself has that transition, because after under 19, under 15, under 17, and we have cut up the under 17 now because of funds. So 15, you have to wait until you're 19 to further up to play under 19 cricket.
But remember, they had a year or two they played some
under 21, under 23,
under 23.
Right, and even you just start the breakout league with the CPL as well, that has stopped. So the attrition rate will go further. It will still go.
But is it doing?
No, it is not doing, because we have to remember that we don't have the funds. Look, our board just took a loan from ICC. so
we'll get to that in a while, because I have some very serious problem with that. I have some serious.
No, but it's better you do that. You that's it. The world
advance payment. You call
no,
it?
but the world lives and if a man walking by you and he doesn't have a gas, what are you gonna do? You give him the money when he finished
buy the gas and give it to him. Yes. There's another call on the line. Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Rochi and Mr. Hine.
Good night.
Caller.
Welcome.
No, you are talking about some player from St. Vincent who was looking forward to go on some job to the crack. I was even looking in the all up to I was even saying to boy all up in my time when taking cricket. I was saying, boy, Chaco, whether we want and whether go forward also Orlando.
But he came out at a time when we had a lot of spinners. Because and the Windward, to be fair, the Windward you have to make St. Vincent. Then you have to make the Windward before you. If you're not in for example, Barbados, you just make Barbados and you go on to that's
Jamaica,
it. Trinidad. But it's you have to go stages, and sometimes the stages are frustrating. So the you will find more persons from the Windwards and Leewards falling out from cricket because of sometimes even in the structure of cricket within the individual territories. This is what is a problem across, especially multi-islands, like the Leewards and the Windwards. That is a serious problem that is affecting West Indies cricket. So
and coupled with that too, the insularity among the islands itself,
creating problems. Within the
Windward Islands and Leeward Islands.
Yeah, it is.
Even once I was saying to now you have Atticus Brown. I still feel saying, boy, something went wrong. At least one the man should have really go forward when he had an opportunity with Winwood. At least should have let go on. I don't know where went wrong, but he
But
just
that's
followed.
but Carl at that same time he and Kedrick got the break the same time. They got their break at I want to believe I think it's 2009. Around 2009 around there, they got their break. And it happens. These things happen is a percentage. Is like everything. You don't a fisherman doesn't catch all the fish in the sea. He throws his net, some will elude in it.
But does he play for us? Well,
He played first class. He played for the Winwoods.
Right, I don't play for them, but I mean, like the local element of does he still play for Victor?
I'm not. To be honest, I'm there's a competition, 50 over competition. I'm not followed because I don't think the means of getting information is not as readily available like before.
But to me, I still feel they should have cut out that 50 overs and played 2 days cricket now, man.
Well, you said 2, I said 3. I said 3. I think we should go the Monday, Saturday, Sunday. So you get 3. So people can really sit and play cricket. But again, we are in a different era where the faster the result, we are result oriented. So we get the results quicker. So the shorter forms and it. To be fair,
they gravitate to the shorter form.
No, but to be fair to it fits into the psyche of our people now.
You notice too, a lot of the good players in the team, if you know, I don't know the cards, but you notice some of them more going into softball competition.
Yeah, because softball, quick results. quick results. That's up.
Even as quick result, Roachie, but something is wrong. It's either the money big or something.
It's easy as less stress. I think people believe in working smarter than working harder these days. So you will find people.
But you play softball competition, you can win too. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but you don't. But the thing is that you don't have to spend money to play basketball cricket when you're playing hardball. No, it is what is happening today.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
That's as simple as that. Because I remember a couple of years ago, the Greg softball attracted a whole heap of Vincentian cricketers.
Yeah.
Why? They get there on a Saturday afternoon. I went there more than once, and I see the atmosphere was all like.
Yeah.
You know, the partying time, the entertainment, the food, the drink, the lime, and hundreds of persons turning up to watch the game. So there was an atmosphere that people gravitated to, and people left local cricket to go and play in that particular league. I remember distinctly remember that. I saw it more than one time, and I show you I saw it.
Yeah, but even when the Winwoods Volcanoes were here, this guy from Trinidad, Jerry Solozano, he used to play in Daphne.
Yes.
He will go play in Daphne. I mean, Sunil Narayan, he is a softball king in Trinidad. He and Terrence Hines, they love softball. I mean, but it's just the times, Carl. It's just the times we're living in times where people
just different.
Yeah,
they're just different.
Yeah, well, that is life. What we just want to say, I mean, I don't have to be and them listen to this program, but send out condolences to Mr. Sobers, family, friends, cricket fraternity. I never get
He seemed to have gone off.
Low.
Yeah, he went much.
I just get to see videos with him. I never get to see him live play, only videos.
Well, I think you're too young.
Exactly. And I hear him do commentary for sure. When well, 75 that time it didn't send it was NBC.
No, the other way around. It was 705 was when you had the AM.
Right. Well, when they used to do we used to call the bay from Jamaica the red stripe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember you used to have the red stripe tally men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you used to do commentary in Barbados at the time. It used to be BOB 790.
Yeah.
You used to do commentary with a guy you call Austin King.
Wow.
Cold, yeah.
you have
good memory, man.
Good memory.
Very good memory.
I remember when
you remember Sam Wilkinson?
No, you say Richard Prophet was.
Richard Prophet was.
Yeah. Wow.
There was the commentator on BOB.
Yeah, VOB 790.
790.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, extend their condolences to them. They do listen. I can tell you, some do listen.
Yeah, well, that's life. And
And it's a live on Facebook, so whoever scrolling, that's the buzzword today.
yeah. Well, he gone to the great beyond and may his soul rest in peace. And West Indies and the whole world will miss a legend, a great man.
Yes.
That is so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So to Roach, you and Gunny, enjoy you all weekend.
Yeah,
Same
thank
to you,
you,
my
and
brother.
same to you.
Yeah.
Rochi, speaking about that, can't remember you paying any tribute to Kitty last week.
Well,
Maybe
I
you
just
don't
paid it
know.
in person. That's why I'm.
Well, you're here
I left-
publicly now.
No,
There's a
because
call
I-
on the line. Hold, there's another call on the line. Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good
How you all
evening. Good
doing?
evening.
Good evening, sir.
Everything good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have life.
Yeah, life.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta understand that we live in a period when fast is everything, right? Speed is everything.
Instant coffee.
I show speed, you know. Yeah. So Roach, while you're advocating for 3 days, and I would like to advocate that with you. I don't think we'd see that in a hurry
No,
because even now it's a struggle to get it to the cricket going.
I know.
You know, as a result of that, you find that we're down to 50 overs, and soon we'll be done down to T20 in some instances also. So you might jolly well find that we just have a 50 over tournament and a T20. In some competitions in softball, they start out with T20, you know. You know what they reach now? 10-10.
10, and
They have
15.
that's 15 and 10 now.
Yeah, 15.
You know, because people don't have the time.
We living with the time. We living with the times, my brother.
Yeah. And the Bible predicted that, Gunny.
Mhm.
The Bible predicted that. So, I mean, people don't have the time to go and spend 2 days playing cricket. And not only that, playing it without reward. You know, in terms of
Financial
you
returns.
financial remunerations. You give up to your whole weekend. Sometimes you work for the whole week, and the weekend is the only time you have to spend with the family. But you have to go out and play cricket for 2 days. You know, you might have some little extra work to do around the home. You know, the garden and the lawn or whatever, because you jump up all in the morning and by late night you come back. You check. So I guess
we are with you.
yeah, I guess too, all of those are factors that are playing on all of this. And in addition to that, the monies that you make from the hardball cricket ain't really nothing to shout about. You go in 5 hardball league, you will win. You win in 3 of them, you come second in 2. You make a tidy little sum there. You know?
By the cost factor to the individual
Exactly.
trees and chalk.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to buy a bat. A bat is $500. A good bat, $500 on up.
I mean, one of the lesser brands.
You know, well, yeah. A pad, a pair of pads, mittens, seed cup. You know, all these things are they're costly. I know because I had a cricket team. I had a cricket team in the competition, so I know. Many years when I go to Trinidad, I'd plug out, fork out, you know, how much from my pocket to help to buy equipment.
Well, you could only spend what you had.
Exactly. You know, you don't try to, you know. You know.
If you didn't have it, you wouldn't be able to spend
No,
it.
yeah, but I agree with that. But then it's in the interest also.
Yeah, I know it was in the interest
of.
of the young cricketers. I know that.
And I think we need to look at that. I find with all due respects, and I'm not hitting at anybody here. I find a lot of our corporate entities don't put back enough into the development of our sports and our young people.
How much is enough?
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people get $600 and they were the whole lot for that.
No, because we spoke about the changing times, the way people thinking and so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
but I just saying.
There's a lot of competing forces out there.
And the cake is one same cake.
Exactly.
Things are tight. The economy is tight. You know, we are hooking we gill. So you understand how things go. You check?
No, the calypso and crying out, the singers crying out.
Everybody wants
a piece of the pie.
Everybody, but the pie. And the sad thing about it, you know, everybody who crying for a piece of the pie, not bringing any ingredients to go in the pie. So we talk about the National Lottery, for example, and they make a whole issue about the National Lottery. But how many of them play the National Lottery? You check?
Yes.
How many sportsmen really play the games of the National Lottery
That is
so
true.
they can put back something into what would benefit them in the long run?
No, that is true.
You know, so that we have to look at that aspect too. But that's something we need to look at, you know. Anyway, let me do that part. Yeah, I was going to say something as well. Let me leave that for another
What about
time.
Sir Gary, man? Move on to Sir Gary.
Yeah, I want to just pay tribute to Sir Gary. You know, I met him several times and I would have gone with school teams to the Sir Garfield Sobers
Tournament.
Schools Cricket Tournament. A real innovation, you know, and it was something that really put you on a level where you started to look and think professionally because everything was done on a high level, with a high level of professionalism. I get a little joke, you know, and to tell you how Sir Gary was being revered. I was revered by the Bajans. One year we went and we you know, went there to have an opening ceremony, and schools and so on with presenting a little token and thing now. I ain't calling no name, but one of our players went to present a token, and he went up and he said, "Good night all," and he made a little thing, and I would like to present this token to Gary. Boy, back in the camp.
No, you can't. No, but
Out of order.
Out of order.
Fortunately for him, he caught himself and apologized. But boy, I tell you, that was something.
Wow.
You know, boy, I tell you. But he was, and he was always willing to come around, and you know, he would meet the youngsters, and you could imagine the awe around it. To say, well, I would have played in the Sir Garfield Sober Schools cricket tournament, and I met Sir Gary. He came to the games. When he saw a good batsman and looking good, he would have a word with them. You know, when the teams play and they play well, when the teams play in general, he'd have a word with them if the opportunity presents itself and things. And I had a chance to sit down and chat with him a little bit about the cricket and so on. And he was very knowledgeable, very, very knowledgeable. And he was right up to date. He knew what some of the things that should have been done for the promotion of cricket and the forward movement of cricket and all of that.
But he knew where he came from.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I want to extend deepest condolences to his family and all his, you know, all who mourn, the entire Barbadian public, because he was their living legend.
I would say the entire Caribbean. The entire Caribbean.
I was going to say by extension also the entire Caribbean, and to a large extent, to a lesser extent, the wider world.
True.
You know,
they acknowledge him as the greatest cricketer ever
passed
through this world.
Yeah, man. He was without a shadow of a doubt one of the best to have passed through. You know, and don't know if you'd ever see somebody like him to pass this way again, but I guess probably not in our lifetime.
At one time, he was dubbed 5 cricketers in one.
Yeah. The man bowled spin.
Bowled spin like a bowled medium pace.
The man bowled medium pace. The man bat. The man. The one thing he probably didn't do is wicket keep.
and I think if he had the opportunity to wicket keep,
he would do it. Yeah.
I remember that great.
Love the man.
I remember that great combination with Gibbs. Once they push forward and it's snick to leg slip, you're gone. I remember that vividly.
Yeah,
a tremendous catcher.
You don't even see that now, Gunny. You know, long ago when you play cricket, you know, you had certain players who were fixtures in certain position. Gus Logie.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and Roger Harper. Anytime you want a man under the bat, Roger Harper. And he ain't backing down from the gully point, Roger Harper. You know, Keith Atherton. Those guys were fixtures in certain positions because you know they would give you 150% and you can't score nothing through this so easily. But I guess, you know,
changing times, my brother.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely, you know. Very good. I still maintain that I want to see some cricket, some hardball cricket back in Kingston proper. I know they are making an effort to revitalize and refurbish and reinstate and rejuvenate the primary school cricket, and I would hope that they would make an effort to do some work at the grammar school and have them youngsters playing some games there too, man. I think it's only due. It's only, you know, that we see some of that back there.
Changing times.
Well, Carla, who should take the lead in that?
Who should take the lead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, for right now, I think the Cricket Association, in conjunction with the division, the sports division, could work on that.
Because with the absence of cricket clubs in Kingston, especially.
Yeah, well then you had to start somewhere, Roach. So if you start a grassroots program, and I had to do.
But what about prior to the school tournaments? You
right,
have
right. So now that we have we have schools in the area, right? We have prep school,
Cedar
Prescott and so on, right? We could probably have a little start out with a festival of sorts, you know? If it even means us as a means of introducing them, because, you know, introducing them and throwing them right into the deep end one time, some of them might be able to swim and they might jump. And you might lose. When I say jump, I mean jump in you know,
right. Well,
in terms of to the sport.
Figuratively.
Figuratively. They get hit from a ball and that was the end of that. So if even means us introducing it to probably say the tape ball, I know when I did my cricket earlier, and there was some special balls that I used. It was a little harder than the wind ball, but it was not as hard as the hard ball.
But the,
Right?
the thing with that, it doesn't bounce that much. So that's a little.
Yeah, but I mean, you
But
could-
at least
at
the
least
purpose is
start.
solved. The purpose is solved because you
Yeah,
don't want to
it's
give them too
start,
much of
right?
soft balls,
Yeah.
not the hard ones. So you give them in between so that
Right,
they can.
and as you move along, you
Right.
you introduce them to the 4 3/4 ounce, you know,
Right.
and let them start to play.
And if you net 5 from each area, you have done a good job.
Of course,
And even if you have net 1,
of
because
course.
children very rare they know about cricket. Very few, they don't
Because
they
nothing
don't
going on,
practice.
nothing going on.
But I'm saying you have the mass media, you have a lot of videos, you have a lot of
I think it comes down also to a lot of the people who are in the schools. When I went to the grammar school, when I passed my common entrance as it was scholarship, government scholarship and entrance as it was at that time, and I entered the St. Vincent Grammar School, you know, there was a guy, a gentleman there called Nobby Stevens.
right.
You know, and Nobby Stevens took us and introduced us. Well, we had a little thing, you know, when you play sport, you play everything.
Right.
You know, you might not have been so polished, but you get the exposure to everything. Because we used to go down on the park as little youngsters around Victoria Park when them guys playing and feel a ball and now and again they get a chance to bowl. Of course, you pelt until the teacher of the Tony Allen thing. But I think a lot of them afraid because they don't have the skills in that area. They don't bother with it. They neglect it. So when they go in school, you know, this is most of the school now is track and field.
What color in those days we had no choice, you know.
And most of the school now is track
No,
and
but
field.
you had another choice. Yeah, you had another
You know?
choice because I was never a cricketer, but I played cricket for house.
Yeah.
I play house cricket for
And we
Lopi.
used to have house cricket and farm cricket. I think we probably introduced the first T20 there ever was.
Yeah.
20 overs used to
20
play.
over, right.
You play 20 overs, one team bat one evening, Gunny, and the next team bat the next evening. So here you something, Gunny. Sometimes your
Ray-
team bat this evening,
And
Ray
we
come
come
the next
Billy
evening.
Button, Billy
And
Button.
next time I trouble them and hold the next Billy Button up to nothing.
Billy Button.
Yeah. But,
Yeah,
we don't have them. We
But
don't have those
there's
things
a
anymore.
different time. I don't think we can bring back those times, but
No,
we can
no, I
make.
don't think so.
But
I
I
don't
think if
think
the
so.
house
I don't think
house
so.
sport, we used to have
I don't think so.
internal matches, but the farm football, farm cricket. I
And
mean,
then
maybe
the
it may be challenging for some schools to have farm cricket now. So if you can have house cricket, even some
we watch even if they do it at the wind ball level.
win ball, right? That's what I'm
Some
saying.
skills
Some
that you
skill,
would learn.
yeah.
Some skills that you learn in cricket,
Yeah.
you know, they could transfer over.
But even
some people they never play that.
But even simple things like angles, where you put a person at
Right,
an
all
angle,
that.
so the person gets an idea what because they are saying now in the field placing got 45.
Oh, well,
Right.
I could
Got
guess you
45.
with that. Tell him man go on the 45 and
Right.
you know what you're talking about.
Right. So
Yeah.
he will use that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
yeah. For so
All right, my brother.
Yes, you take it easy.
Yeah,
on
you
it,
take it
Johnny.
easy. Come, I kind of bit
You
when
know,
it go.
boy, what a epic third base playoff game, boy.
I saw it on the phone, it's 6-4.
My gracious, what an epic third base playoff. England romped to a 4-0 lead in the first half. France came storming back 4-3. And England scored. Oh my gracious.
that's when you're playing free, man. When you're playing free,
Man, I telling you.
yeah, that's
I hope
free.
the final tomorrow could be something like that.
It's not going to happen.
You figure so?
It's not going to happen.
I don't think it could be as boring as the two semifinals, though, if you want to put it that way.
No, but that's because there was price at stake to get to the final. Now that you are,
You know where you can end up.
you could just let's just play free. Nothing to lose.
And I think it's two teams that go at each other. France,
Yeah.
Spain is not going to score a goal and sit back.
No.
Argentina is not going to score a goal and sit back. So it's two teams that go at each other.
But the thing about Spain, it's difficult to score on them. It's only one goal
One
scored
goal
on them.
scored.
One.
Listen me.
It's going to be a titanic struggle. That's all I'm prepared to say.
Six goals were never scored in a third place playoff for how long, you know. Okay.
I appreciate that, but based on what we are seeing, I believe it will be a titanic struggle.
Well, I want to play good football. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that, eh? And you see where Mbappe gone two ahead of Messi now? I think he will be a man on a mission tomorrow.
Well, I don't have to ask you. I know who you're supporting.
No, well,
I know. I'm aware of it. I know that. I know. We all know. We are aware of that.
England is my team too. I like the English team, but I mean, that'll take second fiddle to Argentina.
Well, fair one.
That we would go down along the road that we're going. Anyway, let me leave that for another story.
Leave that for next night,
Have
man,
a
as we
good
move
night,
on.
guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy the
same
rest
to you,
of
my
the
brother.
program.
Uh,
Yeah, blessings, man.
Yeah, and bless my brother. Have a good weekend. Galani, I think we're going to go for commercial pause.
The following is a public notice from the National Lotteries Authority. All members of the public, including corporate citizens, charities, non-profit organizations, clubs, churches, etc., wishing to conduct promotions, raffles, bingos, and other games of chance which offer chances to win prizes, are asked to note that by virtue of the National Lotteries Authority Act 2002, the National Lotteries Authority is the sole body authorized to promote, organize, or offer prizes in any game of chance or similar competition. Persons wishing to conduct such promotions or games of chance must apply to and obtain permission from the National Lotteries Authority. Failure to obtain such permission may incur penalties imposed by law.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports. The number 4572705, 45725. It's a program that you can discuss any sport that you care to choose. But I was just butting in a bit just when the last caller came in. Your contribution publicly to the late Woodrow Keely Williams.
Well, for persons who didn't know, we shared a lot of space together. Incidentally or accidentally, I'm the chairperson of the team athletics selection committee, also the chair of the awards committee, and in both committees, Keely is a person that I had to work with for many years now, since I think 2011 and to now. Also, I work with him with the National Sports Awards. We work together. We share a lot of things in common.
You pay your tribute.
No, we have.
No, you go ahead. You go
we
ahead.
had
You're free.
differences in Pan because he's a stylish man.
Euphonium man.
I'm a euphonium. But we had all our banter. In fact, the day after Panorama, I call him. That's when Starlight last, and he's like, this and that, because that's he. But just before I came here, Team Athletics paid a little tribute to him in terms of we just came from his home, so we were there
tonight.
Just a while ago.
Okay.
So we personally, I've known Keely for a while. The Wednesday, I called his phone just before they did, 2 days before he died, and didn't get him. And I planned to call him on Friday to deal with a matter, because he was compiling some results for all St. Vincent performances, and he stayed off for a while because he went and he was just wanting to put in the 2026 results. So that's the last conversation we had. We spoke on the Wednesday after the Friday after Panorama. The 3rd, this is the last time I spoke. But I called him after, but I didn't get him. We had some very good times. We had battles sometimes.
Well, that is all I
selection
about.
battles.
Good friendships is about.
Selection battles and so on. And what I feel good about is that I gave him his flowers before he died. I did in November of 2022, I did a personal article on him and his exploits. So it's time. I'm glad that I live with that knowledge that I gave him his flowers before, because we tend to wait until people die to give them the flowers. So on that note, I will miss him because he was one of my biggest critics. He was, critics in the sense of he will critique
positive,
stuff.
positive, very positive.
You may see sometimes when I taught at CW Prescott, he will come and look for me, and he will, after school, he will come and look for me, and he will discuss matters of sports because it's of his passion. He had a passion, and he always wanted St. Vincent and the Grenadines to do well.
And every aspect.
Every aspect he wanted St. Vincent and the Grenadines to do well. And he will, he had plans for later down in this year, because we spoke of some things that he really wanted to see happen, especially with the new dispensation with sports. He really wanted to be a part of the because he thought
Resurgence.
he
Mhm.
thought that with what he saw that he will wanted to give a hand of some of the things, and he had some very keen things, especially for next year's into school. He really wanted, and he's been a pastor in that sermonizing, sermonizing a lot, and the hoping that we can extend the track and field for inter school to 3 days or 2 days rather than the 1 day.
The one they set up.
And he always wanted the restriction of athletes, where you
Limit
the
events.
number of
Yes,
events.
he always spoke about
He
that.
always spoke, and he was, he was adamant that hopefully that somebody listened, so that, but he has left us a better place. I think his statics, his knowledge of things was
Yes, there's a
exceptional.
corner line. Hold on, you're not quite finished. Hello, good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Welcome.
This is NBC Radio?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I was just calling to see if I could get a little chance to congratulate the St. Vincent and the Grenadines squash team, junior team that did so tremendous performance in the BVI recently.
Go right ahead and let the nation hear what
Yes,
transpired.
they did tremendous. As someone who has been in squash since 1998 and had to revive it after we got our new complex, it is a tremendous, tremendous achievement. We had Jaden George that is winning the Caribbean title, under 17 Caribbean title, and that was his trade since he was under 11. I mean, that is a tremendous achievement. 6 years in a row. I mean, I don't know what kind of trick you call that one. It's not hat trick, it's golden trick. So that's
Six trick.
Really
Six trick.
Yes, and then we have Zavin that on the 11th, a tremendous player, beautiful player. He went there as the first time participating and got gold medal. Wow, wow, wow. I just have to say wow, wow.
There must be tremendous joy in your heart being soldiering in the field for so long.
Joy, tremendous joy, tremendous joy. I mean, I'm overwhelmed.
That's what I'm saying. And you in the field for the longest while.
For
So
the longest while in the trenches.
I know your voice, so.
Traveling with the team. My children went through it, see all the young players come up. Jules came, the coach now came from being a junior. Now the coach comes through and now in senior, but he's a coach of the team. And his guidance, his gentleness, we just really appreciate him. We also have to big up the executive, especially our president, Amber. So squash is really, really rolling. But for the full team, Jadon Williams as well, and then we had Aiden, we had Savante, and I think I missed one name, but that's all on the
Only doubles.
Ethan. You missed Ethan.
Ethan, right. Yes. And the doubles, they came second. I mean,
Yes.
that was tremendous. I had to go back and make sure that, Guyana, Cayman, and all those were really in the tournament at Barbados, because we used to get in our licks from them.
Yes, wap.
I mean, those guys give Guyana licks like peas. I was really, 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 really pleased. Really, really pleased. So I just want to big them up and pray that this will continue, and we wish Jaden George was now gone on to the Canadian, into Canada, in order to take part in the World Juniors as well. And he is a tremendous influence to the juniors as well, because he is also deputy head boy at a grammar school. So,
Wow.
that tells you that is a person with integrity. He helps out in the program as well, and therefore is a role model for the rest of the team.
That is very, very good to hear, because you do not have too many of that
But
type
it's
of individual.
third overall.
Oh yes. So
St. Vincent
squash
Grenadines.
is on a roll. Squash is going good, and I big up again the executive and Amber. and keep the good work going. And Jules, we love you. Let's go. Let's continue the good work.
Congratulations to all from
All.
NBC Radio sporting staff, everybody in here.
Yes. Okay then.
Thank you. Have
Thanks
a
for
wonderful
hearing me.
weekend.
Good, good.
Maybe we can invite you to the program on this Saturday night, then. Will you accept?
I'm not too sure what I have planned yet for Saturday night.
No, not next
Not
Saturday night. Not necessarily Saturday night coming. One of the nights that could be
Saturday
planned.
night. Well, I would prefer you to invite one of the others who were really there and so forth.
Or you don't
No, but
like
it's generally squash.
I
Just
was
January.
not at the tournament. So I was here in St. Vincent, well, trying to listen and watch on YouTube. Yeah, really,
It's not
really
specifically about the tournament, it's about the general, upward trajectory of squash.
Of squash.
Because to have someone winning 6 straight titles.
Let me. Yeah. Well,
it's-
he's not here at the moment.
No, I know he's gone
Yeah,
to do the
yeah.
to,
Well, let me
to-
bounce that off on the president.
Right.
We would like you to one of
Yeah.
soonest that we can have somebody from this squash.
But you have to have the contact to make sure that we have it right.
We'll get it right. You will get
Oh, okay, Mr. Thomas said we will get it right.
You can't miss my voice.
I didn't miss your voice either.
We'll get it.
All right then. Night, guys.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Right. Good.
Thanks for that info.
Thank for that call, but Ghana is a tremendous achievement.
It
for
is.
St. Vincent.
Well, I heard it this morning. I said,
Because
wow.
it's third overall, St. Vincent and Grenadines won the boys segment. Never in the history since 1981. St. Vincent won that a boys segment, a team segment. It's tremendous. I mean, right? You may speak of Jaden because he's on the 11 in
top,
2019.
top.
He won under 13 in 2022. Then he went on to 2023, won under 15, and he moved up
Upward
to the
mobility.
right, and then he repeated. He goes up into a new category and he wins it. It's he's homegrown. That speaks volume.
But credit must be given to Dr. Cecil Cyrus.
Right. Gunny, when I look back, is St. Vincent the first CASA tournament took place? Well, the first organized CASA tournament took place in St. Vincent,
St. Vincent, yeah.
1981.
Yes.
So
a long time.
That's a long
45 years ago.
45 years ago. And to with just a little bit, we could have been second because St. Vincent got, I think, is 16 points. Cayman and got 17. Based on you get a certain number of points for winning, and so on.
Second and so on. Yeah. Mhm.
So it's a tremendous achievement, and people may not know that, but there was a lot of travails with the team getting.
Well, it must be.
Getting to
travel
to travel because a lot of issues. The flight first day was.
What they were traveling, One Caribbean?
No. They were traveling to the BVI, and they reached just hours before the to start on Friday. They got in late,
but you know,
on Thursday night.
But the problem we face with Roach in the smaller nations in the region, why it is that we having so much hassle to get from one country to the next? Not only squashing, or general.
It's just the structure of the Caribbean now in terms of airlift and so on, and it's sometimes a challenge to travel. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, why it's not diverted from sports? It all
but it
hampers sports as well.
It hampers because you are telling a team they were supposed to leave on Wednesday. They never left until Thursday. Right?
And these sort of stopping here and flying over the island
and so on.
A whole heap of things going
takes a
on.
lot to end up third. You have a lot of because you and to win titles, given that mental stress and the possibility that you won't go to travel.
Because what I heard on some of these talk shows, it's quick. You get to one of these islands quicker by going Miami and come back.
Yes. Sometimes it's easier.
Something isn't right. Something isn't
international
meshing.
travel is a
It's
real
a
bug
hassle. But you see, we made so much noise when we had Liat.
Yeah, but
Liat, we know that. We're not going into that side of it.
But sometimes
the problem with it
is easy for me to go to Miami and to go to New York and to get around the Caribbean.
To go to Antigua.
Yeah, it's easier for me.
But I heard it talk.
Yeah, it's easier. It's
and
one
then
stop.
the-
It's
and
one
then,
shot.
Then the price from here to some of the Caribbean islands is astronomical.
I sometimes go to New York for just under $200. So,
Yeah, but you can't go St. Lucia.
no,
That's,
no.
that's a joke. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock, girl, and as we just shifted a little bit to speak about the airline and the industry stuff that's affecting
But it
sports.
affects sports because here you have persons. Goni, in 2022, I went to a tournament in Antigua for volleyball. I told the organizers I want to leave on Monday. I said I will lace about in Antigua from Monday because Carnival Monday here. I went to St. Lucia, to Antigua, sorry, on the Monday. The St. Vincent team left here on the Wednesday. They got into Antigua after 8. Their match had to be pushed back. They started to play their match. Minutes to 12, you know. Minutes to 12
Wow.
at the
The
center,
there,
right in
St. John's.
in St. John's. They left there after 4 to go to the hotel to come back to play a 9 o'clock match.
That's too much mental pressure.
So
man.
it's
Too
a
much
lot
pressure.
of mental.
Pressure.
St. Vincent led the St. Lucia right up, and they came. St. Lucia came from behind and won the 3-2.
Yeah,
But I'm saying these things are. I mean, cost is one, but we have to reliability. So, and
you see, it go back to the days when Reds Pereira
with the
call his name.
Oasis.
Yes. You know,
It's a challenge. It's a challenge,
it's
but
a serious
it's a
challenge.
But you have to give it up to the management team of the St. Vincent Squash, for the squash team, because to get those youngsters to refocus and reset their minds, and you're
It isn't
lazy
easy.
about at an airport.
It isn't easy.
You have to go back home and come the next day, and you're not sure if you're going.
What is so laughable to me is, this is my own personal opinion. The Prime Minister Antigua gets stuck
Okay.
for 6 hours.
Right. Sometimes these things have to happen for people to understand what the ordinary person goes through.
Yes, but it was what he said after.
Right.
You know, in relation to looking to get a Caribbean airline.
Right.
So I said to myself, we had the yachts, but that is not for this program. That's
but
for
I'm saying,
some other program.
Connie, we look at the performance and we say, okay, we won 2 titles, we had a plate, we had a consolation, we got a third place.
It's to get there.
It's to get there and reset your mind.
To do what
to do
had
what
to be
they're
done.
doing.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I guess that next year I'm not too sure where the
Tournament will be
is.
held.
It will be held, but
Hope it's St. Vincent, so I don't have to trouble.
I don't know. I'm glad you brought up that. Very good. Gunny, the way squash and so on is played now, St. Vincent cannot host in a hurry. We have 2 courts.
As long as
Right.
Paul's
You
Avenue.
need practice courts, you need extra
No,
courts.
so we ain't ready.
You need parking.
So we're not ready.
I am not saying it that we're not ready. I'm saying it is difficult for us to host. Because when you look at, you have, say, 10 countries coming. You're talking about some of the large contingents.
Could be
Guyana
a
and
cool,
so on.
a cool 100.
Right. We, so far, St. Vincent 2023 hosted the largest ever Casa tournament, junior Casa.
Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports.
Yeah, I heard about Dustin Bong experience with 6 hours. You say he was stuck.
6 hours he's stuck in Barbados.
You know, he could have probably fly up to Miami and then fly down to.
Well, that is the point you were making. I just use him as an example in relation to sports and how sports men and women are affected as a result of the problems.
Yeah, and there's another airline, Win
Air?
Airline, come out of Win Air out of
St.
St. Martin.
The problem needs to be
there's no
fixed,
flight.
man. They need to, get it fixed because it's affecting everybody.
Yeah, since so although we are international airport, we have more problems.
International airport is one thing,
Yeah, but we can't respond.
You can't. International airport don't guarantee you that you have the airline leaving on time.
Yeah, so we solve one problem in terms of getting internationally, right? But then we have another problem in getting the local.
Interregional travel is where the problem comes.
The issue since Liat come out.
Anyway.
Fares are too expensive too.
Well, the program is about sports. So just use that in relation to how it affecting sports.
Back to Gary, I get cut off. Just,
Nobody cut you off. Your phone went.
No, you didn't. Yeah, it was my I was using credit. And I get cut off.
Maybe you need to upgrade.
Yeah, Kensington. They should have named Kensington after Gary Sobers. You know, Kensington is some colonial name for plantation name from back.
No, we have to get away this thing about colonialism. We have to face reality. There's the pavilion in Barbados named Sir Garfield Sobers Pavilion.
Mm-hmm. We should name the whole stadium after him.
Yeah, but if I have my problems with it, because if something is there already and so many great Barbadian cricketers has passed, you have to find space for them, and they have found space for quite a lot of them. So I don't have a problem. To be honest, I don't have a problem with it.
I know you have the.
There's a statue of him, I think. There's a statue of him again in Bridgetown.
Yeah, there's the 5,000 feet gymnasium that's named after
him.
Right.
Right, so there's a lot of things named after him for the younger Bajans to remember him.
That would be a bigger mark. That would be a
Yeah, but the problem is it has its own logistics of that in terms of moving the name from Kensington to Sir Garfield Sobers. It's up to the Barbadian Authority. But there's so many things named after him, and it's in Vincent we have not named after nobody. You have to.
No, but Carl, you are restricted in terms of you have so few facilities, and you have a lot of names. So what some of them are doing is generally what they're doing, they keep the name, if Sabina, for example, and they name like my Holding and Courtney Ward,
and you have the Ghana and Barbados,
right, Ghana,
and so on and so forth.
Right, so that is what you have to do. You have named the gymnasium at Wildy, the indoor facility after him. I don't think naming another of the Kensington Oval after him is overkill.
And there's a statue.
There's a statue in
Bridgetown.
That's enough. I mean, how many things? He's a national hero.
He's an icon.
You can't
Caribbean icon.
You can give a man so many accolades, but there must be. We have to turn off the tap at one point. You can't have that flowing. No, but it doesn't help, because the others behind, what will they get? What will they get if you give him a statue, you give him national hero, you give him a pavilion, you give him a gymnasium. What else? He can come on.
We should have started off. They should start off big.
No, but
that's big compared to the
But he was the only living national hero. So most people give national heroes posts. After they're dead, they're dead. So if you give him while he's alive, that's a lot of achievement, a lot of accomplishment for one.
We don't have a problem with that, because a lot has been named after him, and his name is immortalized. So we don't have any problem with that.
And before I go, you say Antigua, some game you was in Antigua.
No, I say, no, there's a volleyball tournament where teams got there just straight from the airport, straight to the venue. And that has the same regional travel and the obstructions and so on, and the travails of persons, of people getting around the region. So it affects sportsmen and women and sports people in general, because you miss you have functions to attend.
It's not even a new problem. Fire Empress was traveling from Tobago to St. Kitts, and she had to go to Trinidad, Grenada, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, and finally to St. Kitts 11 hours. 11 hours of flying, 6 countries.
But you sometimes you pass over the country to go back to the same country. So I went to.
Have a good night.
Okay, have a good night. Yeah.
As he speak,
I think we'll have a commercial pause a little while. You didn't have one.
SVG, get ready. The National Lotteries Authority is now offering more chances to win with 3D and Play 4 now 3 times a day. 3 times a day. There's a morning draw at 11 a.m., afternoon draw time 3 p.m., and the night draw from 9 p.m. Get your tickets for 3D and Play 4 now drawn 3 times daily, Monday to Saturday. All from the National Lotteries Authority, giving you more chances to win. Entity terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports, number 4572705. Another call on the line. Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports.
Yeah, Ghanaian, good. But I didn't want to call back. But that call today, well, I want to see that Barbados has so much a thing for Mr. Sober. We got for the legend.
Yeah, well, don't go over that now. We have already dealt with that.
And even tomorrow, the cricket match tomorrow, it's free.
Yeah, I am aware of it. We're going to
That
make
one?
mention that it's
It's
free tomorrow and
Oh,
Tuesday.
that's
Free.
okay. I'm not aware.
They have changed because there's a caller. Hold on. There's a problem whereby CWI acted too slow. Because here's the problem: a lot of persons have bought tickets and spend a lot of money to get into Kensington.
But was it a rethink after what happened in Jamaica, in Guyana, which is
I don't know what really
because ODIs don't draw a lot of crowds, no matter how.
But the state of the series is such
Yeah.
that a lot of persons have already bought tickets.
Right, but I'm saying,
But they're going to be refunded.
right, but I'm saying I didn't. But there's
Callers
some,
left us.
there's something also for I don't the thing I saw a glimpse of something for Kimar Roach. They're doing
Oh, there's some he'll be honored
for 300 wickets.
300 wickets in
Okay.
Barbados. Yeah.
300 test wickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Gone it's I will just go back just to finish up on the squash. In terms of hosting, these things cost money, and
They do.
But I think we can set it off with if we invest in facilities, because people are going. I mean, you have some of those facilities that are air conditioned now. So
That's how the world is.
That's how it is. But I think if whatever the powers that be invest in something like that, it can be multi-purpose. And down the road, you make back, because think of it, you have 300-400 people coming in for a tournament. That's just a squash tournament. You're talking about hotel rooms are filled. Some people stayed over. In fact, the last tournament in 2023 when we hosted, some families stayed over, extended their stay. So it sometimes the investment now seems a challenge, but it is what it is, an investment. Because down the road you don't have to build a facility and we get left behind, and our players will always have to travel outside to participate in tournaments.
Same thing applied to netball.
Yeah.
That is why I had my own say, whereby what we need is an indoor facility covered. Covered. So I'll be able to take care of the same squash built in such a way that I come and
I think
everybody in one.
we have to start to look beyond this, because we
could accommodate basketball, netball, squash indoor with roof, so that the wet elements doesn't affect anyone in the sport when they are playing.
But I don't know. Right now for my visits to the squash court, and it's too small for even the numbers who come there to play. That's outlive its use soon.
Yes.
So it's just the reality. But I mean, somebody has to have the political will, because I think not because it's a place turn now, but it is one of the fastest growing. It is a sport right now that whenever you go out, you are almost certain of among the Caribbean, and to beat Guyana in the boys teams.
But I think they need to really sit down on the powers that be with individuals who have this sort of ideas that will push it forward. It will cause, as you spoke about the investment, so that a covered facility, which will include basketball, same like the gymnasium in Barbados, a basketball, volleyball, netball, and squash. So that is the sports center.
Right.
And that could be done at Annesville, not on the netball complex now.
No.
I keep saying that, not there. Someplace else they have already enunciated that a couple of months ago in relation to where I think it should go. It will cost a few dollars, yes, but it's an investment for the future. And it'll be cheaper to do it now than
Yeah, because if it
5 years down the
costs
road.
$5 now, 10 years from now,
It might be up in 2020, so
Yeah,
it'd be
so-
wiser to do it now. But the
But-
problem they face with is the funds.
Yeah, but you have to have a political will, and you have to. If one sport is priority, and you see an investment in young people, I mean, I don't know people's governmental policies, but it's imperative that we get some of these things because we are looking at sports tourism as well.
Well, I think, but you see, the powers that be, there's a call in the line. I was going to make a point.
Yeah.
Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Hello? Hello? The person
Person,
seems to have left that.
yeah.
I am saying to you, they set up committees and committees and committees. You don't need that. You need people who clearly understand what it is all about. And they sit with those in authority. No big set of committee, people who are into it.
But can
And
we have
understand what is needed so that you will be able to say, look, this is the situation, get a draftsman, your location and so on, and see what the cost is like.
Gunny,
I could be done in phases.
let me tell you this. You see, these investments, I've traveled to Tortola. They have an indoor facility that could host volleyball, basketball, and things.
That's the point I'm making.
Hockey. And
Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Hello?
It takes willpower.
yes,
It takes vision. It takes heart and commitment. You understand? We've been saying so long for years now. We've been talking about indoor facilities.
And we keep talking about it. We
Years,
have to get it.
years. I mentioned something the other day and I was properly cursed off for it, but I'm gonna mention it again tonight. You see that area where they take from Marcus the Freitas, where they have the city going to be a high court and a halls of justice. Put an indoor facility there. It could accommodate the Cliff Richardson Sports Hall in Guyana, where these guys just came back from basketball.
right.
You know, you saw. I don't know if any of you saw
You
the
saw
games.
the-
What you think you would have
See
seen
the
the
mar-
games?
but you see the markings on the
Exactly.
court. The markings on the court show you that it's volleyball.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, put the court. You could get an indoor facility there with 2 courts. You don't need more than 2 courts. You know, you don't need more than 2 courts. International competitions, you go to a lot of these facilities. They have 2 courts. When one is being used, you use the other one for warm up. So when a main game is playing, the other teams, if you have netball, for example, and they're going to play, the other team, you could even put a little warm up area because they're big enough for that. Parking, you have a lot of space to park in there also.
The same grammar school field could be used for parking.
No.
Same grammar school.
No, Gunny.
No, what I'm just throwing
You
it
have a
out.
lot of space where you can have a facility for parking, right? So
It's just the will.
We have a lot of people, a lot of diplomatic relations with a lot of countries. And we go to these countries and we have been bilateral this and bilateral that and all of that. And I've been saying for so long, can't we negotiate with one of them to help us and assist us in getting this thing off the ground? But I guess it's the willpower, as I said.
Is it
You do have the willpower, you do have the vision, and sports is not a part of your psyche, then you know how it goes. That's on the backbone.
But Carla,
For 20-something years, that was what was happening. The people who were put in charge, you remember sports was just attack on in Gunny.
I'm aware of that.
Sports was just attack on. Nobody bothered with sports. When people get fed up, they say, oh, I don't want this for my ministry. So in those years, you saw sports being moved. It was youth and sports. It was education and sports. It was this and sports.
It was attack on. It was attack
Yeah,
on.
it was just attack on. So I'm hoping now that we have a minister and we have a ministry of sport, actual ministry of sport, you know, and we have a minister and a PS and all of that who would be looking at those areas. And 2 people who are involved in sports, that the effort would be made to see this thing get off the ground because it's long overdue.
It's one thing with a minister and a PS and whatever. The next thing is the cash.
Yeah, but
Based
Gunny,
on what we are hearing.
Gunny, I know.
but
Gunny,
it come back to the
But
will.
we gain agriculture this from India, we gain this from that, we gain this from we gain all kind of thing.
So
can't we negotiate for that? Put that as a front item and negotiate with one of our friendly partners to assist us with that.
I am with you with that, I am with you, but I'm just saying is the willpower
Well, and they're in Angleterre.
But Carla, Dominica has a indoor facility, straight right very close to the road. Little parking. It is not a fancy thing, and Dominica hosts. They have shutters like when it's in the day, it's too hot. They just pull up the sides.
They pull up the sides of the shutters and let the breeze blow through.
And let the breeze, natural breeze.
Yeah.
No,
I stayed in a boarding school in Martinique, Roach, and they had an indoor facility, and the indoor facility was nothing to shout about.
Nothing to shout about.
It's galvanized thing come right down to halfway, and they have some screens that they pull down.
Right.
But in the night time when they pull down the screens, you have extractor fans extracting the heat from inside. And they have the bleachers in there, and that was just for school. The bleachers that they had there were bleachers that they could have pulled out and shoved back in when they finished.
Right.
But we need from my position, we need people who are genuinely concerned to have a chat with those in authority, and not nobody with no PhD. And I heard I knew what PhD means.
Okay.
And all the other.
Don't go down the road.
But
no, I'm not going to say what I heard.
Probably, I think it's a national issue in terms of what it because it involves tourism.
But hear the thing about that. I mentioned it to someone who I figured, it's quote unquote.
Have the heart in it. Have the heart in it.
Educated. Let me put it this way, educated.
Leave it there.
And the man was to turn to me and tell me if I think it's sports alone the country have to deal with.
No,
but you have to be a crazy man.
Sports help with our social issues.
With so many other aspects.
Sports help with so much issues. And
so many other aspects.
And it is an economic thing because I when I saw the one in Tartola, when you look from the outside, it doesn't look fanciful. When you go inside, mind you, it is air condition and so on. But I understand that teams from college teams from the US. Fly down to Tartola to do their pre-seasons training. Come on. We have to look beyond.
Where there is no vision, what happens?
The people perish.
Okay.
In the land of the blind, the one man is king.
Good.
But they look like we are no one man in this place. The one people in this place because we blind. Have a good night, guys.
Yes, my brother. Yes, okay. No. That's okay.
Yeah,
but
it's true because we
it's true because sports assist the country generally.
Yeah,
it's not a matter of a football or cricket and netball. Generally,
but
it helps with the economy. But it helps with the empowerment of our young people.
Because when you see a complex and you can go there and play, it gives that sense of feeling.
Sports tourism.
When you go into some place,
man, everybody is involved.
Start looking around.
Everybody is involved.
Yeah, you start looking.
Why does Carnival attract so many people?
Yeah, but
it's going in a direction now.
Okay.
Why is the economics of it all? We may not like something, but that's how it is.
Sport is one of the most.
You have CPL coming in.
Fast-growing business in
CPL
the world.
is coming in.
Right.
What happens on that weekend in St. Vincent? The country benefits.
But I don't think we hopefully that people can start seeing beyond what can St. Vincent benefit from sports. We can't host a lot of things now. Take for example volleyball. Almost all the volleyball tournaments, beach volleyball, are going to St. Kitts. Why? You stay at the Marriott.
You walk down.
You walk downstairs.
That's it.
You go down by the pool side. You go to it's called Frigate Bay, and there are the courts. And it is they put the courts there. The courts are normally there for the Marriott guests, but some arrangement with the St. Kitts Volleyball and Nevis Volleyball Association Federation, so they work there together. So
to be honest, Roach, the authorities need to really be serious.
I'm saying, look at
something be done.
Look at the synergy between volleyball. The people who are staying there, the ECVA, they stay at the Marriott. The hotel is there. They just use the facility, whatever arrangement they have, but they are assured of income for a week or 2 weeks because people are the hotel rooms. It may take up 40, 50 hotel rooms.
Yeah, but you spoke about the squash. That
Right.
will bring in quite a few dollars.
Yeah, because
based on the
anything you
number
have-
small, but it will bring a few
no, but
dollars.
Gunny,
Let's say 2
anything you
weeks.
have age group, parents
will travel.
will travel. Parents travel around with the children. That's a common thing.
That's
It's
a
the
given.
wall,
That is a given.
the wall over. I
But
saw
we could just look at the World Cup football. Look at the benefits
Benefits,
that
the
the US have gained.
Right.
Look at the benefits.
tremendous. It's tremendous.
You know, and it could have been better if one for certain things.
certain things. But I'm saying we have to start to look at what it is, what it means. We just cannot have sports in isolation. There are a lot of economic benefits from sports.
Of course.
A
But
lot of
it is a given. It's
A
just
lot
the,
of economic-
the blind can't see it. You can see it.
I say I've gone to some countries and I've gone back personally after my first experience in sports, but I've gone on my own after
We have a lot to gain nationally.
nationally.
We have a lot. It's a question of with this bilateral agreement with countries that you are feeling.
Yeah, but I mean, as the caller said,
some help.
no, but as the caller said, these things we have to have that will.
Yes, that we will,
because-
of course.
Fine, you may. I mean, it may sound controversial. Sometimes rather than asking for a police vehicle, but you build something to prevent that. Prevention is better than cure. So you get the young people getting involved in
But
sports.
there are some person they will tell you about, they'll let you know about priority.
Yeah, but
which one is
priority, but priority-
But
but-
sports is priority in these times we're living in.
Gunny,
You look around the world, Olympics, Commonwealth Games, football, cricket, the very white ball cricket at night.
yes,
It's tremendous
yeah,
benefits.
yeah. Because it's a lot of stuff that
Things
we
are
can
changing.
because
it's
you can't do things one way and get the same way and get it.
We may not like certain things,
Things,
for
yeah, but-
instance, as we go back to Carnival.
You
This all-inclusive had bring a lot of money in the country.
yeah, but
It's people are attracted to that.
yeah, people are attracted to
Things
that.
has changed.
Yeah, but
And we got to ride with the
Gunny,
tide.
as I said to somebody recently, in fact, a few hours ago, we just have to accept. We may not necessarily embrace the changes, but we have to accept that change is inevitable.
That's the only thing constant. You know.
Change is inevitable. We can't do it without change.
But the thing with this change with sports, it benefits,
Benefits
the
the country.
country.
I think we have to have a holistic view about sports
Yeah.
and to those sit in isolation. If squash wants a facility, fine. But if tennis wants a facility, fine. But you have to have these things to bring in revenue. There's supposed to be an ITF tennis tournament starting soon.
Mhm.
There's
But we had a big
a
thing
local
with it
one.
years ago.
Right, a local one finished yesterday. Yes, yesterday. The local national junior championship finished yesterday. But soon there's one coming up with people from overseas are coming. All those hotels around the Villa area are occupied.
Yeah, but say with that, it was more vibrant a
But
few
yes,
years ago.
there was a lull, and like anything else, if you're a cricketer, the ball come off the edge, so there's always somebody in there.
Oh yes, oh
Because
yes.
Tobago has gone full 100 with there because
Yeah, tennis.
once you slip, you slide.
Oh yes, and especially with these diamonds
With
offering basically the
busy
same thing.
right? Because you also the tennis, you move from St. Lucia to St. Vincent to Tobago,
You want Tobago.
right?
And
So
they're not
no,
letting that- they're not letting that
no,
go.
they move around. The circuit. They should move from one. Sometimes
A to B to C to D.
right.
Yeah.
So children plan their July August vacation, just moving around, and it benefits them because parents will tell you they don't pay 1 cent for some of the children tuition at college after finish playing tennis. So we have to see this thing as not only a sport, as a national issue for money for us because
We'll benefit
financially.
financially.
And once you have the infrastructure, we can move it.
Well, that is quite true. That is a fact of life, regardless of what
But
happens at the top.
Gunny, some of the same facilities, sporting facilities that they're building overseas now, they are now hosting big conferences. So they have multi-purpose.
Ron, as we coming to the close, and we take this last caller here. Good night. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, I just joined you. But yeah,
You're fortunate.
you're leaving just now, huh?
No, go ahead. We'll allow you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm saying,
We'll ask permission from Mr. Galliner.
pardon me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, sports offers the opportunity to involve every child above the age of 5 healthily. You know,
Mm-hmm.
healthy engagement. So I am asking you all there, let us advocate for the return of the local government apparatus, because in the villages, the local government apparatus helped in the maintenance of the sporting facilities, and there's an intimate relationship between the local authority and the people to allow us to develop these facilities for the children, for the youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we have the people, if we have sports, the children could be healthily engaged from above the age of 5, without any risk of any, dangerous behavior. So I would advocate that.
Okay.
And if that is done, and you fix the roads and so on, the children can go to the lands with the farmers and all that, we'll be in a strong position sports-wise. As a matter of fact, I am saying this over the years that in St. Vincent, when our sportsmen have taken us up, our politicians took us down, So I am advocating that we pay serious attention to the development of sport and protect the interest of the sportsmen. Too many of our sportsmen in the evening of the year, we see them suffering and need help, and they're not getting the sort of help they should be getting in relation to the services they have provided for us over the years,
Yeah.
But gentlemen, you stay strong.
Yeah, well, I think what we'll do next time, try and get in early. We can
okay.
expand on this topic.
Thank you very much, sir.
Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Yes, thanks. Right. So we gone past a little bit over time, but I don't think it was a big problem because he made a good point. We still have one. We still have, it's 3 minutes. We just told the Galliner, so he wants to play Sparrow again. He has fallen in love with the Calypso. Yeah, Rochi. Situation with Killy. Any ideas to when it will be?
No, nobody.
Nobody seems to, because a lot of people overseas that call him and ask me. I tell them I really don't
There's
know.
no definitive. There's some tentative dates that are.
Well, somebody.
I think.
You don't know.
It should be early August. Should be around.
I say you don't know. You don't know.
No, you know what you know, and you know what you don't know.
Well, that's quite true. But I'm saying to you, if you,
I don't want to delineate a time and.
No, I know that, but saying they have to be mindful of the CPL.
Yeah.
If you're talking about
it will be
without.
But based on what my knowledge is, and what I'm gathering, that maybe before that.
Okay, well, let's hope because
a lot of things are taken into consideration. A lot of things.
Okay.
Including that.
Oh, yes, that CPL thing that weekend. Yeah. You know how it will go with that in relation to that. Yeah. And of course, again, you had finished the tribute to Killy.
Yeah.
Any other person want to WhatsApp it in and we'll have it all.
The thing is that finally I will say that knowing the person who he was, he wouldn't want anybody to be crying over him, and that's his kind of person.
It's one thing I've never seen him done.
Cry?
No, no, not that.
Oh.
I've never seen Killy drove a vehicle.
You have never seen me driven a vehicle either?
I've never seen him behind a wheel to drive a vehicle. To be honest with you,
that's what he.
But that's the man. That was the man.
He doesn't like accolades. He doesn't
no. He was not. He's that kind of person.
Doesn't want.
And they stay back, humble, leave things where they are.
He didn't want any flourish because he said a few things to me, and he said he doesn't want this and that. He doesn't want no fancy nothing. He just wanted. He's a humble, Montrose man. He said. I'm a little humble Montrose man. He doesn't want any fancy things. Even he spoke of when his eternal demise comes, he doesn't want any fancy thing. But again,
that's left to the family to determine what. Anyway, we have had a good program tonight. Yes. Diverse program, trading it right across the board. Yeah. Of course, don't forget tomorrow is they have the FIFA World Cup finale. between Argentina and Spain. Some will be going Argentina, some will be going Spain. What I would say, I am not going to point my neck anywhere. I'm saying it should be a Titanic game.
The winner will take the World Cup.
Yes, and they will take a big chunk of money as well too. But to be honest with you, I think it'll be a Titanic game. Be honest with you.
That 50 million is nothing. It will be nothing to Messi.
No, that's pocket change to Messi.
That 50 million is.
No, but the stakes are high.
The stakes are high.
To win, really.
Yeah.
To win.
Because it comes with a lot of other issues. Thing, even personal. I mean, those guys don't. First one thing, people don't refuse is money. Players, nobody refuses money. You give a man a plate of food, he tell you had enough.
When you give a man money, what he does?
You say, you have more? So people don't refuse money, no matter how rich you are.
Oh, yes. Good night to all. And as we leave the program here, it's just about 29 minutes before 9. It's really been a pleasure being here. Next week, Charlie will continue the program as we move on. And don't forget, we have our closing Calypso, which I know Galini has fallen in love with. You could remember the Calypso, Richie?
Come on, Bunny.
I don't know, you're a young man. Of course, the program is sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, who continue to support us here at the NBC Radio. So we leave you and tell yourself, have a wonderful weekend. Do enjoy viewing the World Cup final tomorrow. Good night.